opening up the keyhole and just looking outside. I'm like, no. So then you get into the whole industry of like adult film. Was it what you expected doing your first scene? So you had been doing loose golf off the top rope.
Oh my God.
I have implants.
I feel like I know him from somewhere. Why?
Why not?
I mean, I thought about it for a long while before I did it. I mean, I got a lot of uproar from the whole industry, but who are they to judge me?
Yeah, I mean, what are they?
They can all go to hell. They don't pay my bills.
No, you got a point.
And that's that.
Happy Monday, everyone. And to those of you who came out to Detroit to the JCW show, thank you very much. It was so much fun seeing everyone there. Yeah, it's Monday. I can't believe this week is Thanksgiving. So it's going to be an interesting one for sure. Hi, John Jay. Hi, Paul. Hi, Scott. How are you guys today? Hi, Ben. How are you? Hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, thanks for joining me on this very chilly Monday where I am. I can't believe that I actually heard this is supposed to be one of the coldest winters to date. So I kind of don't want to know what that feels like. I do know that Harpo's was an amazing venue, but it was like an ice box. So I know there are a lot of people asking me why I'm wearing a fur jacket to the ring. Okay, A, it's not like a real fur because I wouldn't do that. And B, it was cold. So I mean, no, I'm not fat. I didn't put on a shit ton of weight, and that's why I'm wearing a fur jacket. It's so I don't freeze my ass off. But I don't expect everyone to understand that anyway. But whoever the guy was by the ring telling me to move my fat ass out of the way, I think you were at one of the previous shows, and that's totally fine. I'm not going to move my butt away from the ring. But I did have fun working the show. It was a great environment as always. And yes, I know that a bunch of people got their free turkeys for Thanksgiving. I think my favorite Thanksgiving food is that green bean casserole. It's so easy to make, but it's so addicting. It's one of those things you could have like all year round. So good. It's amazing and yummy. Those of you just joining, I know that we get people later on in the stream. Do not forget, if you are looking to kickstart your day, hop on over to supermassiveblackcoffee.com. That's supermassiveblackcoffee.com. Use the code MBN. So M as in Mary, B boy, N as in Nancy, for 20% off. The coffee is pretty good. Obviously, it has me amped up. So yes, I'm very excited. So a lot of you know Steve Corino because he's been on the Crazy Train podcast, and a lot of you guys are just wrestling fans all around. So I decided to bring Colby on because we worked together in JCW. He is the Prince of Old School and one of the most talented younger wrestlers that I've seen to date. And I'm not just saying that because he's on here. It's actually the truth, because if I don't like someone and if I don't think they're talented, they usually don't end up here. And don't forget, if you are enjoying the show and the podcast, make sure to subscribe. And make sure every Wednesday to tune into Crazy Train Podcast on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon. This Wednesday we have another episode. If you have not caught up to the episodes yet, hop on over there and subscribe and catch up with the most recent episode with my guest, Jennifer White, who had a pretty interesting story. Starting off as a Starbucks barista, answering a Craigslist ad, and the rest is all history. Yes. But anyway, he is waiting in the room. I could see him. You guys can't see him, but let's just go ahead and bring him in. Without further ado, let's welcome to the show, Mr. Colby Corino. Hi, Colby.
Howdy. How are you guys?
Good. Everyone's excited. Everyone knows who you are, obviously, and has caught up to your work. You said something very interesting to me earlier, okay? So you were wondering, okay, so I asked you if there were any quirky hobbies. Like, I know your dad mentioned Disney, one of those adult things. You said you collect toys like any self-respecting adult. What do you collect?
Well, I like to collect wrestling action figures of my friends. Like, I got a few people hung up in the living room. Got my dad, of course. I got Cruel up there. I got Sister Minister James Mitchell, one of
Oh,
my better friends. He's made it onto the mantle. Um, but I really like collecting stuff that's like kind of rare and not a lot of other people have. Like the more obscure and like weird it is, the more I love it.
define obscure and weird.
Well, we can be not like obscure and weird, but I love the Burger King fucking golden Pokemon cards that they used to give out back in the 90s. So yeah, I need to get the rest of those. That's the next thing in the collection. Um, what else do I got up there? I'm a big Rubik's Cube guy too. I have a lot of Rubik's Cubes.
Really?
Yeah.
But have you solved it?
Oh yeah. I can solve them in like 2 minutes.
See, I still struggled with that. I had them as a kid. I still have them, like the old school ones with like the fruits, and the other one has the what is it? The just the normal ones. But that's the fastest. So it's 2 minutes is your fastest cube slob. Your
No, I think my fastest is 71 seconds. Yeah, I'm a little up here. I got one right here. I won't talk shit. I'll prove it to you.
yeah, but it's got to be mixed up.
Yeah, I know. I got you. I
But
ain't.
you're looking at it.
Like how? Here, okay.
Okay, yeah, that's good. It's mixed up. It's yeah, that's
Is
really
it mixed
smart.
up enough?
I think so. Yeah. So let's see you solve it. Like I'm curious.
Mm-mm-mm. We can still talk while I'm doing it too.
Yeah, I want to know like what you like. How did you figure this out? Did you play with these growing up? Was this a hobby?
Um, no, this is something I really picked up like maybe a couple years ago. I just got really interested in solving them, and I looked at the algorithms for how to do it, and it really wasn't that hard because it's you solve it the same way every time, really.
I
So it's
guess
just a lot of memorization,
that's like a better hobby than like deathmatch wrestling or something. Um,
which I also do or did.
like getting pantsed by Mickey Knuckles. So I remember seeing you as a little baby or a kid at the ECW arena. We're going back into the 90s. Why did you decide to get into pro wrestling? Of all the things out there you could be doing, like Rubik's Cube.
Um, I just like I mean, obviously, I was just always around it, but it's just like it's. I really fell in love with it when I was maybe like 12 years old. And like that's when I really decided I want to be a wrestler. That's like the time when like my dad like returned to Ring of Honor and I started like attending like all those like Ring of Honor TV tapings back in the day. And like seeing all those guys really put work into wrestling and how they moved and all that just really made me fall in love with wrestling again all over. Like I never even really watched TV wrestling all that much.
Hmm. And it's obvious you had your dad's support, which is great. But if you weren't wrestling, what would you be doing if, let's say, you didn't pursue it?
Um, I wonder that myself a lot of times.
Hmm.
Uh, I haven't found a good answer yet. I'd probably be like a truck driver since how long I drive long distances for wrestling. I feel like that's pretty easy for me. So I'd probably be a truck driver. I enjoy being in the car for a long time.
Are you kidding me? Oh my God, you finished it. That's like that's less than a minute, I think, guys. So
I
yeah,
don't know if it's that
you did
fast,
it.
but
I think you got to enter those Rubik's Cube competitions. I could see you doing truck driving work, but they're kind of like rough around the edges sometimes. So I don't know how that would work out.
I
Um,
mean, there aren't wrestlers though.
huh?
Aren't wrestlers too though? We're all rough around the edges. We're all rough and tough.
It depends who. Like you have some that are, some that are not. I know one
I'm
of
one
the.
of the tough ones, right?
You're what?
I'm one of the tough ones, right?
Yeah, actually, you are. You've endured a lot. After I saw you in the cage match with Mickey Knuckles, and I felt so bad because I'm sitting there and she's like wondering if you're tan or not, and she just decided to pull your pants down in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, I mean that's the perils of working with Mickey for you.
Yeah, she's a very fresh young lady. Did you go to school for anything aside from wrestling?
I got accepted into college, and I actually got like a pretty good like scholarship deal, but I really fucked it all up and just ended up doing a lot of drugs, and I failed out in the first semester.
I'm sorry. Did you just say you did a lot of drugs?
Yeah.
What did you do? Which ones?
Which ones? Oh my goodness. You must not know the backstory of Colby Corino. Oh my.
No,
So
this is why I like to talk to people and we find this out. Did you like hold up a convenience store or anything weird like that?
oh no, nothing that crazy. I'm not that tough. So I mean, at the time in college, I was like super into cocaine, but like what everyone knows or what most people like, first heard about me was when I got arrested when I was 19. I overdosed on heroin, and when they came to revive me, they found heroin, cocaine, Molly, steroids. They found a whole pharmacy next to me, and they thought I was selling it, so I got arrested. But it's really just all for me.
Jesus. How long were you in jail for?
That time I was in jail for about 3 weeks. Yeah, before I got bailed out.
Well, it's kind of a hard lesson, right? I'm just going to keep you there till you get bailed out. Until then, just suck it up and deal with it.
Yeah, unfortunately, it took a few times for that lesson to get through my head, but it did get through though.
It seems like a lot of people in the business struggle with that. Some people go to rehab, some people, go to 12-step meetings, things like that, which are pretty interesting. I've been to 12-step meetings trying to pick up guys, but I won't go there right now.
Right on.
What? Okay, so what does that make me like an 8, like a 13th stepper?
That I don't know if that's in the steps. Maybe it's like maybe a 0.5 maybe. I'm not a big steps guy, to be fair. I did go to rehab though.
All right. Yeah.
I respect like AA and NA and all
Yeah.
those the 12-step program itself. It's not something that I found helpful for my recovery.
I didn't really go there to pick up guys. I was dating a guy and I didn't know he was in AA. I went with him to meetings, but here's the really interesting part of that relationship. I once met him. We were out. I was supposed to meet him and go out to dinner. He was at the bar drinking. So I did ask the question, aren't you supposed to be in some sort of a sober program? But get this, he said that he's in a very special part of it where you could drink whenever you want.
I haven't heard of that recovery program.
It's a good one. Let's go to the comments. Whoop whoop Trailer Park Cinderella. How are you? IR Noah once said did all the drugs. Your fastest cube solve 71 seconds. Here's someone. The last time someone saw you wrestle, you were beating up Auntie Mickey, and they'd like to see you wrestle Caleb Conley. Have you wrestled Caleb before?
I have on Lunacy actually.
I thought so.
I'm almost positive that the episode played. It was when we were in that spooky Masonic temple in Ohio.
Yes.
The one that we were in, like the theater up top.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a lot of exploring in that building. They had a room in there that the employees called the death hole room. I didn't go in it.
Why did they call? I think I went back there with someone. He was showing me the room, but I left right away. It was like kind of dark and off to the side.
Oh no! So if you like went up on the stage, you could look up, and there's like really steep ass stairs that went really high up. And I was like joking. I was like, "Oh, what's up there?" One of the employees heard me. He's like, "Oh yeah, that's where the death hole is." It's like, what? Masonic temples are wild. There's another one in I think it's Cleveland that like we actually wrestled in that one too. Under the arena is a full basketball court.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now, okay, so this is interesting because they have the secret club at Disney. I don't know if your dad's a member of that. and they have like basketball courts. There's a jail there, and all
Whoa.
these amazing restaurants. But there is a jail in case you get busted, like that family that had the huge brawl a few years ago, and they have their own system there. Um, for those of you joining the chat, how are you guys this evening? Whoop whoop to the juggalos out there. Hey Rob, how's it
Mhm.
going? Yeah. And for those of you hopping on, of course, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube. Every Wednesday, I have Crazy Train podcast that drops on iTunes and Spotify. It's more normal. It's less craziness, but it is out there. It's on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon. Make sure to hop on over there every Wednesday, subscribe. And for those of you joining the chat right now, do not forget, if you're looking to kickstart your day or night, or if you have a long distance to drive like Colby does when he's wrestling, hop on over to supermassiveblackcoffee.com, put in the code SBN, and get 20% off and enjoy being amped up on fire.
Fire?
On fire, yes. I get amped up on fire on this shit all the time. It's my cocaine. Trailer Park Cinderella. Lunacy is the best weekly show in pro wrestling. Raw is trash and Dynamite is unwatchable. Why, thank you.
I'll take that as a compliment.
I'll take that too. So Paul wants to know if you have memories on working with Bushwhacker, Luke, and Brutus the Barber Beefcake. I don't know you.
Oh man, that's a deep cut. That's like 15 years ago.
Really?
But yeah. So one time my dad did like a tour in Canada that I came with. And I was like, I started wrestling when I was 12. So I was like early in my wrestling career. And the first show was like this big show that like Hulk Hogan was on and stuff. My dad wrestled Tatanka and I managed him. And Tatanka chopped me. And it's the second hardest chop I've ever been hit with. Um, and then the next night, we went to like a smaller show with like half the talent. Like Hogan wasn't at this one, but there were still like a few thousand people there. And it was me and my dad versus Brutus the Barber Beefcake and Bushwhacker Luke. And it was amazing. It was everything you expected it to be, especially because my dad did not like Brutus the Barber Beefcake at all.
Really?
So, yeah. So when Brutus gave my dad the big boot, my dad ran as hard as he could into his foot so that Brutus fell over when he gave him the big boot. Yeah, he did not like him.
Why? Was it the haircut or something? Was it a shitty mullet?
No, I think he was like mean to him when he was a kid or something. I don't know. My dad holds a lot of grudges, but he did cut my hair then.
Okay. Well, wait, you were 12 years old, you said?
14.
14.
I started when I was 12.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think you're the first person I met that started when they were like under the age of 18.
Really? Wow.
Yes, and I've been around a lot of backyarders, but I don't really consider them
That's
not to be
fair.
a bitch,
That's
but
fair.
I don't consider, yeah, whatever, I'm being a bitch. I just don't consider a lot of them being on the level of you or some of the people I work with.
Thank you.
It's true. How did you get started with JCW wrestling?
So Violent J came in to manage the Brothers from the Funstruction to an NWA show. I think it was one of their anniversary shows a few years ago. And that's where I first met him. And then a few year, maybe a year or two later, he got my number and he texted me to come in for Lunacy. And after that first loop, it was like, I don't know, something clicked, dude, and it's like I've been with them ever since. It always felt like home.
Yeah. It's like a whole other family. And I have to say, like, some of these stretches with the drives are excruciating. And then you have now that we have Vince Russo working there's such an early call time to be ready by. And you're ready, you're tired, and it's just so much that goes into it that by that time showtime rolls around, sometimes you're tired, right? But you go out there and you perform and you become awake. Now, someone just said every juggalo is a backyarder. Okay, but that's different. Juggalos are cooler than some of these backyarders that I work with, that I've worked with. So it's different. Yeah. So here we go. Wait, I was at your birthday party in 2000. Okay, so someone said that they remember seeing a photo of me at your birthday party in the year 2000. How old were you in 2000?
I would have been turning 4 years old.
Oh my God, I was at your fourth birthday party. Your fourth, yeah, that's
Allegedly, there's a picture. Neither of us can remember.
I know. I've got to find it somewhere. I'm sure I saw it on the internet somewhere or another. Did you ever go to the gathering? Have you been?
No, I was supposed to go this year, and unfortunately, I had to get my neck surgery, and yeah, that kind of canceled those plans.
Yeah. And
But
someone is saying, oh, that your favorite wrestler is Bret Hart.
that is not true.
Okay.
Bret Hart's a respectable wrestler, but he is not my favorite as far as personalities go.
Who is it then?
Who is my favorite?
Yeah, aside from your dad.
I don't think he's up there. George South, definitely. He's the first person that came to mind.
Really?
Yeah, do you know George South?
Yeah, I do. I most certainly do. He's been at he was at the gathering. He's been on a few JCW shows. He's pretty cool. Is it the right South I'm talking about?
Yes, you got it.
Jesus for Juggalos or Juggalos for Jesus?
Yep.
That's my guy.
That's my George. He's been a huge mentor for me, like coming up in wrestling, and like being in the Carolinas. Like he is just always very giving to the next generation. He always trying to bring them up and teach them the right way, in like the old school way, though. And yeah, me and him are super close. He's probably one of my favorite human beings in wrestling.
It's interesting because like I've worked shows with him. He's really nice. But speaking about younger generation of wrestlers, you actually, you were trained properly by your father. That's probably why you have the manners and courtesy. But I go into dressing rooms these days. Nobody says hi. No one introduces themselves. And it's just a whole flip. Like, what do you think it is? Do you think it's the way people were trained, or is it?
Yeah, I 100% think it's the way they're trained, because it's not something that really happens. Like I train people I have a school and I train people, and my students are like that. I always get like compliments on how they are. But to be fair, like just like we had a situation last weekend where someone didn't know pro wrestling etiquette. So now we are having a pro wrestling etiquette class tomorrow, and we will teach them how to do it. But I mean, that's what you got to do for the younger generation.
Yeah, when I worked for another company, I would consider it a backyard company now. It was a few years back. One of the backyarders, a glorified backyarder, came in. Okay, that's the term I'll use. He came in with his
Can we
ring.
use names?
Well, we could use. Okay, so I'll start. Okay, I think. Okay, he works at GCW. Okay, so that's all I'll say. But he showed up with some girl. I don't know what it was, if it was his ring rat or his fiance. But anyway, and I'll say that because they walked in, didn't even say hi to anyone. I thought he was ring crew at first. You're thinking.
I know.
You know?
I think I know.
You think you know. It's not Joey Janela. Joey's a complete professional.
Oh yeah, Janela's great.
I love a lot of the guys that work there. It's just this one guy. He's not like a main anything. But it was the funniest thing in the world. I had no idea who he was. He just walked in like he owned the place, plops his shit down. He takes a seat that Necro Butcher was sitting on before, who's a veteran, right? And sits in it.
Yeah. Did you see the studio chat?
Huh?
Do you see the studio chat? I have my guests in there.
What a jabron. No, it's
No. Oh, here. I'll say.
Let's see. Oh my God, I'm scared.
I need to know if I'm right.
It's a private chat. Hang on, guys. Oh my God. How did you know?
I know.
Are you a mind reader?
No, I observe things. I'm a very observant person.
I think Colby Corino is a Rubik's Cube genius, a talented wrestler, and I believe that he is a mind reader. Do you believe in do you believe in supernatural things or tarots or anything like that?
Not super into tarots. Supernatural haven't been proven, but hasn't been unproven to me. I'm pretty open-minded fellow.
That's interesting. Yeah. I still say there's something you have some kind of psychic power going on there. All right. So getting back to JCW, I feel so bad about the neck injury. So tell me about this. Has it really impacted you emotionally that you're not able to wrestle? And I'm sure like going through the surgery is a whole other thing.
Dude, it's fucking sucks because like that was my escape. I don't really do like real life things. Like
Yeah.
I mean, like I go to the gym, I go to wrestling class, and then I would go wrestle on the week, and that was my life. Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
But and then nowadays it's most of the time I still train at the wrestling school and I'm able to coach, but like I'm not able to travel and see all my friends that I would, and it's been really sad. Yeah, like it makes me really excited whenever I get to go to shows and see all my friends nowadays, or like do something like this where I get to like virtually hang out with y'all.
I think you need some more FaceTime parties and things like that. That's incredible. And well, here's a good question, actually. IR Noah 1 wanted to know, can't you be a manager in the meantime?
I could be, I suppose. I'd be more interested in doing other things behind the scenes, be it like a commentator or an agent or producer or something. That I feel like that'd be, but truthfully, I don't think people will have to wait that long to see me wrestle again.
Yay! That's so cool. Here, this is very funny. Let's see. Is this Trailer Park Cinderella? Yes, my controversial friend that I've met online. JCW got all the fresh wrestlers tearing it up. Fuck Dave Meltzer. Dave Meltzer can suck. Juggalo painted nuts. Well, wait a second. Trailer Park Cinderella, do you have painted nuts by any chance, or would you paint them just so
Yeah,
you can
do you keep them ready, or is it like a special occasion thing?
I don't know. I just thought it was funny when Jim Cornette went online ripping apart Vince Russo. He made a little comment. I said, wait a second. It must really suck to be in the basement of a geriatric home doing this. And wasn't he like a video with his in-law, like sticking a banana up his ass or something once before?
Oh, I don't know anything about this. If it ain't wrestling, I don't know about it.
That's like an old wives' tale, but it's just allegedly. I don't know about this, if it's true or not. What are your thoughts on the current state of wrestling? Because clearly you grew up with it in the family, and we have AEW, we have WWE, and all of that. What are your thoughts on it, and what do you think we're lacking?
I see all these people online talk about how the indies are dead because there's no star power or anything. But really, what I think it is that wrestling's so hot in the mainstream is that they've sucked up all the stars from indie wrestling, and we are now in a building period. I don't think it's that we're in a down thing. I just think we're waiting for the new stars to emerge, and they're there. There's so many people that like I see with potential and like are just on the cusp of like making it huge, and like are starting to do big things already. And these are the people that are going to lead the indie generation, so to speak, going into the next year, I think.
I feel that too. I know there are other people that work for other indie feds that want to work for us, despite saying, hey, it's the biggest traveling indie in the world. Okay, then if that's what you think about the company you're with, why are you trying to work for us then, if you're already at the biggest? And I agree. Someone said JCW never really gets a big headline, which is true. We don't get like the big headlines that we should be getting. And, there's so many great talents there. Who do you see as a great up-and-comer in general on the indies?
There is this great kid, the Flip Terry Sequoia. I refuse to call him his real name, though, because the Flip is just such a cool name. I've been trying to use him at PWF as much as possible and get as much eyes as him as possible. He just wrestled at my benefit show the other day, for last Friday. We Jackson Drake. He's another big one. I don't even know if he's like a smaller talent because now he's the WWE Evolved champion or whatever. But he's still out there on the indies grinding. Caitlin Murray. She's she's definitely my pick for who's going to be like the next big girl star in indie wrestling.
I'm gonna look her up because now I'm really curious about her. It's Caitlin Monroe.
Caitlin Murray.
Okay, there she is. I see her. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I'd be interested in that for sure, like looking into who she is. Because I always like learning about new talents that are out there, especially on the indies. And I think we get a lot of really good ones too at JCW that are up and comers. What are your thoughts on the state of women's wrestling these days?
Oh, I absolutely love women's wrestling. We just had a full women's tournament at PWF 2 weeks ago. I think the women nowadays are trying harder than ever to just be like these pure athletes, and like regardless, like they're not just trying to be like mid 2000s WWE divas. They're trying to be wrestlers, and that's amazing to see. So I love watching indie women's wrestling.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of stars out there, and this is just my personal opinion. When I watch AEW and some of these other things, we lack storytelling, right? We just have a bunch of spot monkeys. And you said something earlier that's very important. People lack star quality, they lack characters. You have a great character with your little jacket and your Speedo, whatever we want to call it today. Just your promos are amazing. People need promo classes too. That's the other thing. Like, I don't see people doing promos like they used to. A lot of these kids come in there into work as though they just got off their shift at Starbucks or Uber Eats or something, and they're coming into the ring dressed like that. Or is that just me being an asshole?
No. It's I definitely think. I think this motto of wrestling, this might be a little controversial. Wrestling is for everyone got kind of misconstrued. Wrestling is for everyone to watch. I don't think everyone is built to be a wrestler. And there's a certain period of time that I feel like anyone with a certain amount of money would be able to join the business and just be allowed to have matches. But also, I think those people sorted themselves out within a few years. Like I mean, you've been at it for how long?
I don't know. Like I just started with JC.
You don't know?
Like, I don't know. Paul Corbin would know the answer. I think 30 something years. Yeah.
So how many people have you seen come and go?
Well, it's like what Dawn Marie said to me the other day. We have these conversations. She said to be done with wrestling completely, you have to divorce yourself. That means like no more shows, no more conventions. I'm sick in the head. I love this business.
True. That's true, but I believe a lot of people don't even marry it.
You do marry it.
But a lot of people don't that didn't. And those are the people that sort themselves out.
Well, I love this business, and I'm not, it's my last run in this business 100%. And thank you very much, Trailer Park. Jasmine is the best ballet in the wrestling today. The art of ballet has been lost on pro wrestling since the last 20 years. Yeah, that's true. It's been lost, but I'm as fucked up as the other person next to me or the one on the other side that loves being in the business. I like getting bumped around. I love being in the action. I love the craziness. It's a circus. Paul just answered, I've been in the business 27 years. Do you see yourself staying in this business even behind the scenes?
Oh, yeah, 100%. There's that. Wrestling's all I've ever done, and I just love it so much. Like, even if they told me that I would never be able to turn to wrestling with my neck injury, like, I would still run my school. I would still run shows for people. It's all I do. It's what I need to be involved in it to achieve a sort of zen and happiness in my life.
I think it's amazing that you've made a career out of it. I don't feel like such a degenerate now because we could say being us or being ourselves is a full-time job. Like, all I'll do outside of here is probably go to the gym and mail order. and that's really what it is. So Paul wants to know, how did you like working with Lufisto?
Lufisto, yeah. Oh
Okay.
wow, they got all the deep cuts. I wrestled Lufisto when I might have been 14 or 15. It was a tag match in Canada. I can't remember who her partner was. I teamed with she wrestles as Gabby Gilbert nowadays. And I've always loved working with Lufisto because she's a hard hitter, and I am also a hard hitter. And
Yes.
then later on, like down the line, she was married to a promoter in Pennsylvania, and I got to like work for her a lot, and always had good experiences with her.
Tell me about your wrestling school, what it's called, and what your courses are like there.
So we are the Carolina Wrestling Academy in Newport, North Carolina. Um, it's kind of hard to say what the classes are because I'm not so much of an organized person. I come in and I'm like, you know what we need to work on today? Arm drags or whatever I see last weekend. Like, which is last weekend was etiquette. So now we're gonna work on etiquette this week. And I mean, like, don't get me wrong. There, I have like a basic syllabus that like I try to like make sure everyone knows and get through. And I also have other coaches that help and train people. So it's not just me. And I don't want to make it sound like it's just me because there's so many people go into the school.
So I want to hop over to NWA. By the way, I have to say Brian Idol is one of the hottest guys I've seen. And what was your experience like working for, and don't tell him that. What was your experience like working for NWA?
I still work for NWA.
Okay.
I'm actually going there in a couple weeks to do the double TV taping. Um, I've always had a great time at NWA. It's allowed me to like work with like so many like experienced veterans that I wouldn't otherwise get to work. That like I'm not on any shows with any of these guys at other places, and I'm able to like absorb their knowledge and like talk to them and like build these friendships with them. And like for real, like when I got hurt, like NWA did not have to pay me, and they continued to pay me even though I was hurt. So like I really got to like give them respect for that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's a very big deal. But I guess having Billy Corgan as a boss must be fun. I love the Smashing Pumpkins, and Billy's always been really cool every time I've
Oh
met.
yeah, those have always been cool to me. Yeah, I got two like rock star bosses. It's weird.
Isn't that weird? We both have like music star bosses. We have Violent J, who's super cool, and you have Billy Corgan. Um, so yeah, I didn't have the chance to work for him. Hopefully one day I do. So tell me what you do usually on your days off from wrestling. Like I know right now you have the injury. If you didn't have an injury, what would you be doing on a normal day off?
Probably the same thing I would be doing on on a normal day. My schedule's not too much changed. Um, so today's Monday, and if it was a wrestling week, I would be totally crashed out from the weekend and recovering, probably just sleeping all day and not doing much. Uh, Tuesday back in the gym and then training. I have wrestling training Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Go to the gym every day, and besides that, play video games, hang out with my kid and my wife, try to have a nice life.
Yeah,
You
the
know,
work balance
try.
life is super important.
Oh yes, watch some TV shows, play some video games. I also stream a little bit, which is why I have this nice little camera and mic and all this.
Yeah, I was looking at that for a second. So do you have a face light on your face? Because I always try to figure out, how does everyone have it all dark in the background and the face is all lit?
Yeah. So I have like a curved monitor, and I have two different lights, like here and here, and so it's like hitting from two slightly different angles.
When I move, I'm redoing my studio. Like I'm redoing it now in Florida, but I want to do this like differently. I want to have a dark background and just have the two lights like that. Um, Do you have any memories on working for Ring of Honor and their top prospect tournament against Punisher Martinez, Damian Priest, I guess his name was?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I started working for Ring of Honor when I was maybe, I don't know. I started doing ring crew when I was like 13 or 14, I guess. And then I started like eventually when I turned 18, I was able to wrestle for them. And the match versus Punishment Martinez or Damian Priest, that was like my first time that I was like able to show offense and not just get like squashed and destroyed by someone else. So like I went hard as hell, and like whenever even when I was like in squash matches, I always wanted to take these like big ridiculous bumps because I figured if I'm gonna be in a squash match, I'm gonna make it like a squash match someone's gonna remember, you know? Like I want to make everything like big and important, and so and no matter how small my role is, I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. So yeah, I took some crazy bumps in that match. He power bombed me, like last ride power bombed me from the floor onto the ring apron, like right onto the edge. That did not feel nice.
Yeah.
He power bombed me straight on the floor. uh, yeah, it was a great time, but it was so good because like I was so happy just to be able to show like a little bit of what I could do as like a performer, like offense wise, and it got to happen in North Carolina where like I'm pretty over as they would say because it's my home state. So it was a great time.
Are you doing WrestleCade this year?
Yeah, I'll be there.
So
You gonna be
WrestleCade,
there?
no, no.
No.
WrestleCade is a really big convention in North Carolina every year. I think it's in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, or
Hmm.
Raleigh.
No, Winston Salem, you got it.
Yeah, it's the weekend of the help.
Thanksgiving.
It's Thanksgiving weekend, so I see the Trailer Park Cinderella will be there. Definitely go by there and say hi to Colby. I have other friends there that weekend that I work with at JCW. It's a fun convention. I always heard that North Carolina was big back in the day with territories for wrestling Thanksgiving weekend. Is that true?
I can't speak of it about like historically, but WrestleCade, like every year I've been there for the past 6 years now, I guess.
Hmm.
It's probably 10 to 15,000 people every year that come through, and it's always a great time. So many big names, and like it's a great atmosphere because like everyone just gets to hang out after, and it's a great weekend.
I might try to go next year. What are your thoughts on death matches?
Oh, I love deathmatch wrestling when it's done correctly. Um, I mean, like I do death matches, but I think there's also a way to that makes them meaningless and mean less over time. Excuse me.
Yeah, I see a
Uh,
lot of crazy weapons out there.
yeah, it could definitely get risky and unpredictable with glass, like especially glass. Like you can't predict where that goes. Um, like there's been times when I've done moves perfectly safe, the way they're supposed to happen. Everything's going right, and you end up with a nasty cut. Like I accidentally slit Tommy Vendetta's throat one time when I super kicked a light tube bundle into him. And it's not like the kick was misplaced. It's not like he held him wrong. It's just a shard just. Luckily, he was okay, but still, like stuff like that's so scary.
It's very interesting because I do the JCW stuff mostly. I don't really work other places. I'm very picky about where I go. I worked at a deathmatch show a couple of weeks ago,
Hmm.
and I'm standing by the ring. All of a sudden, I just the look on my face. I should have been used to it because I worked for a deathmatch company a few years ago. But just the blood and all the glass. I've been nicked with glass many times just from being on the side or hitting
Oh,
someone.
I can imagine.
What about the Kenzai? Did you ever see the Kenzai? Kenzai, it's like what they hold the plants in.
Ugh. Yeah, that they ain't built for me, brother. I'm fighting for my life if I see one of those coming towards my head.
They pull them out with pliers. So they were trying to pull one out of someone's head a couple of weeks ago and could not pull it out. after the first 3 tries. I almost threw up after watching that. No, they're not skewers. Kenzai is what you get like at the flower store. Is that what they are? And they hold.
Yeah, it's like for flowers arrangement. It's like this like circle with a bunch of just needles, very densely packed in there.
It's something you don't want to mess with, Trailer Park Cinderella. Colby, if you can choose 3 deathmatch wrestlers you've not wrestled before, who would they be? Actually, if there are 3 that you'd like to work with.
Ooh, okay. I see someone said would love to see Schlack versus Colby
I was
Corino.
just looking at
That
that.
that has already happened. That actually was one of my last matches before surgery. You could find that at Triller. It was at Battleground Pro Wrestling or Battleground Championship
Yep,
Wrestling.
I love those guys.
But the 3 that I haven't wrestled yet, Nick Gage probably definitely. He's always been on my list.
Hmm.
Drew Parker. I was booked for a match with Drew Parker once, and the company ended up closing before the show happened.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, that one didn't get to happen. And who's number 3? I'm trying to think.
Not Mickey.
Yeah, and me and Mickey have already gotten down and dirty a little bit, so I already know what she can do. I'm good on that.
Yeah.
I've wrestled Pondo before in a death match.
Okay. He's a good one. He's responsible.
I've been really like gracious to like wrestle a lot of my favorites like already, like Matt Tremont and Pondo and who is really someone I haven't like, and Drake Drake Younger I've also had a great death match with. You know what? I'll put Drake on that list because we never had a match with Class, so we didn't really have a death match. We had a hardcore match. You know, that's different.
But your forehead does not look like a Chinese road map. Neither does your back, okay? Like, no offense, you look at Drake's back, it looks like a Chinese road map or something.
I know, and isn't it sick?
But he's a good-looking guy. He has the body of an Adonis, but then he has all these scars and marks all over it.
I know, that's so cool, though.
Yeah, I mean, if some people are into that. Anyway, so this person in here wants to know who's fun to wrestle.
Who's fun to wrestle?
Violet J in a clown outfit.
To be fair, Mickey's pretty fun to wrestle. Because you never know what you're gonna get with her. You won't get hurt, definitely, but you want to see some wild stuff. Who else is always a good time? My former tag partner, the ugly duckling Rob Killjoy. He is someone that always pushes me. Oh, sorry. I just got 3 new tattoos today, and
Oh, okay. What did we get?
so we got a few things.
Okay.
I got this text right here.
Okay.
Then I got my recently dead cat, Sassy's paw right there. And then I got this nurse back here.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
I gotta get a new one. I want to get one on my rib cage. I think I've just got my rosary or something like that. I was going to get a rosary dangling off my shoulder, but I want it kind of hidden. Trailer Park Cinderella says, yeah, I have to get a rosary somewhere on me. I have a pentagram. We're sorry to hear about your cat.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Someone said Colby versus Masada. That's another one. That's number 4.
That's number 4. How do you feel about face tattoos?
I think they look good on most people, or like not most people, but like as long like I think certain people look great with them. Maybe I would get like I'm not like I really want a face tattoo, but like I told myself like if I ever like really 100% made it in wrestling and could ensure that like I'm gonna be good for the rest of my life, like I could and would get a face tattoo. I don't know what it'd be. But just like, I'd probably get something.
The teardrop? No, don't do that.
No, I ain't that hard.
I dated a guy once that had a teardrop tattoo. I had no clue.
And like I feel like I need to fill up the rest of my body first before I go to the face too, or else it'll look weird.
Well, you have such great muscles, and you have a great skin tone. I wouldn't want to I don't think you'd want to mess with it too much to the point where you can't see anything. Are you getting a hatchet tattoo?
I don't know. I don't want to misrepresent because I do love ICP. I used to listen to all the music in the first decade of the Joker cards in middle school and stuff and in high school. Um, but like I don't want to front. I'm not like a super juggalo though.
Got it.
You know, I definitely listen to more like emo music and stuff than I do like juggalo music. But so I don't really want to misrepresent and get a hatch, man. But one time, me and Effie got dropped off at the airport after a JCW tour, and we were talking about it, and it was just like, and something brought it up, but I was like, man, like I feel weird wearing these like JCW jumpsuits with the hatchet man and stuff, and he's like, bro, we just stayed at Violent J's house, we just wrestled right before an ICP concert, and then went out on stage with them. We are juggalos. I'm like, all right, that's pretty fair.
You've done juggalo shit. You were arrested for drugs. I mean, come on. I've done a lot of juggalo shit. I just didn't realize it till one of the brothers of instruction told me at Denny's. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm telling him things that I've done. He's like, no, that's juggalo shit. It's just on a different level, but it's still juggalo shit. And at the gathering, that's where you get into mischief. And whatever happens at the gathering stays at the gathering. Like,
if other people want to label me a juggalo, that's fine. But I don't want to like self-proclaim myself one and then be called a poser.
It's a lifestyle, which is true. Just like mullets are not, it's not just a haircut, it's a lifestyle. And that's one thing I didn't like about certain wrestlers, just getting a mullet to be stylish, because you have to have the whole lifestyle behind it. It's certain music. It's hanging out in a parking lot listening to heavy metal in a boombox. They drink PBR. Mullets, I don't know, they go in different places for dates, Applebee's, happy hour, shit like that. I think I know too much about mullets.
I don't know why that got me. The people of mullets taking you to Applebee's, is this like a real story?
I have a thing for mullets. I've had a thing for mullets since I was in ECW. I would take photos of people.
So you're like an Applebee's girl by extension.
I love Applebee's. I love Chili's. I love Cracker Barrel. I like steak and.
I'm just saying, Applebee's ain't no chili, so they ain't got no Southwest egg rolls.
Okay, but then that's more bougie. But then you go to Steak and Shake. Is that what it's called? Where they have like spaghetti with chili and like cheese on it?
I don't think that's Steak and Shake.
It's steak.
I ain't never had spaghetti at Steak and Shake.
Some guy says Waffle House is all we need. I don't know if this is a juggalo mullet or a juggalo or a mullet. And nothing's wrong with mullets, by the way. I would take photos and post them on a website I had with different mullets, like starter kit mullet, wrestler mullet, Mexi mullet, all this other really cool shit. Let's talk about your stream. Tell me about your stream.
So a lot of times I stream myself just playing video games, whatever I'm playing at the moment.
Okay.
I just finished this game today, Hollow Knight Silk Song. I played that. I'm a big nerd. I usually play like a lot of the Dark Souls games and stuff. I'm probably gonna buy this Arc Raiders game everyone's talking about. That sounds like it's gonna be fun. So I'm gonna test that out, see what's up.
Do you Twitch with people?
Yeah.
Okay, that's like a whole thing I heard about, like people playing with fans and stuff.
Oh yeah. For the people out there that would like to look it up, it's twitch.tv/Camp Corino is my name. And yeah, I don't know when I'm going to stream next. I just kind of do it randomly. So just keep an eye on my social media.
Okay, I like that. That's so much fun. And what do you have as far as appearances coming up?
I will be at WrestleCade this weekend. Probably be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday night at least. Then after that, I will be in Tampa for NWA on December 12th. And then got the big Xmas coming up. So got that. And then right after that, we have the Premier Tag League at PWF here in North Carolina, where the fans pick the teams for the night.
Oh, fun. That sounds very interactive.
It is. It's a lot of fun.
See, yeah, so I knew it. So Trailer Park Cinderella said there is Steak and Shake spaghetti. It's kind of wild. I knew it. I've had it like once. It's the best.
No, baby. Next time I go to Steak and Shake, I'm going to order spaghetti. I ain't going to look at the menu. I'm ordering spaghetti, and they're going to look at me like crazy.
But you've got to get the one with chili and cheese on it. That's the one with like a smacks. What is that frogger? That's smack. What's that cereal with that frog on the cover?
That's smacks. You got it. I'm fact checking this right now. Actually, that's how invested I am.
Yeah, this is great. I feel like we're fact checking things. Yeah, you're a good fact checker. You're going to see for real. This is something that's at Steak and Shake.
Like the burger place.
Yeah. No. It's Steak and Shake Midwest, not Steak and Shake, not Shake Shack, just Steak and Shake.
Yeah. See, oh my God. The AI tells me that they have a chili 5-way.
What's that?
It is spaghetti topped with savory chili, a special chili sauce, extra meat, cheese, typically cheddar and jack, and diced onions. Is this for real? This is real. Oh my God. Who goes to fucking Steak and Shake and gets fucking spaghetti?
I do.
Wow, Jasmine.
It's really good for you. I don't know about this thing. You need new underwear after eating that. What do you think like purging is for? You just throw it up. You don't gain the weight. No. Or take glutide or semaglutide. Yeah, but but I still think you're in great shape considering you were down from the neck surgery. How long did you have to wait to at least start working out or doing light workouts?
It took me a couple months to start doing light workouts, and I'm still like not at full strength as I was before surgery, but I'm getting there.
Okay, that'll be fun. So if people want to find you on social media, I put this tag up there, Colby.Corino. Is that where they go?
That's true for Instagram. On X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it, there's no dot. I am straight. Colby Corino. I was able to get it on X, but some little girl got Colby Corino straight up on Instagram. So yeah, I can't have it. I don't know who she is. She don't look like Colby Corino.
Yeah, she's not the principal at school. And I hope you return to JCW, sometime soon, like January or February, and we get to see you and have your awesomeness in the ring again, because everyone loves you there.
I don't know if it'll be as soon as January, but don't worry. I've been talking to Jay. We've been keeping up to date. I'll be back eventually.
Have you been watching the program?
Oh yeah, I've been seeing Russo take over. So go. I need you to dial back. What time do we got to get to the building now?
Huh?
What time do we got to get? What's call time now?
I don't know. I forgot.
You forgot.
It depends. No, we were there at 3 p.m. in Detroit. We just had a few days where there were earlier call times because there was so much stuff to go over. Oh, and shows were starting earlier because don't forget we had ICP at the end.
Bro, NWA in a couple weeks has a 2 p.m. show. I'm wondering what the call time for that is, because for a 7 o'clock show, it's usually like a 12 p.m. call time. Maybe 10. They're going to try maybe get there at like 6 o'clock in this morning in this motherfucker.
Yeah, no, we're not like that there. We did have to get there early sometimes, like 1 or 12. And, that was like just because the shows were starting way earlier because ICP went on earlier, but it wasn't like a horrible night before, like in Denver, we had early call times, but we were sleeping there in the same town, so it wasn't a big deal.
Oh, that's not too bad.
But I think it's run very professional now, and I'm glad that Vito and Vince are there. I just have one issue sometimes. It's my hair, because I always go and get it like professionally shampooed every 3 to 4 days. So I was just like, I was looking at the dates, calling up hair salons like 2 weeks in advance, making several appointments in the day to determine which one I'll actually keep.
Bro, I could never be a woman.
It's a pain.
I can do it.
King Brian wants to know if you ever wrestled Necro Butcher.
No, I have never wrestled Necro Butcher, but he'd probably be number 5 on that list of the 3.
I'll manage him for that specifically, but I'll
Hell
go
yeah.
on the kendo stick for sure.
There is a picture of 12-year-old Colby punching Necro Butcher in the face somewhere floating around.
Really?
Yeah. Because he was one of my favorite wrestlers growing up, and I remember he was like one of the people like that was in Ring of Honor that I asked for a picture, and he's like, wait, let me here, put your fist up like this, and like he like acted like he was getting punched in the face by me when I was like 12 years old. Yeah, it was
I'll
awesome.
need to get punched by him. It's
Yeah, I don't want to get punched by him.
if someone aggravates me, I'll just tell him and just like set him on them. He's someone I've worked with for 2 years, and like 2.5 years we had a great working relationship. I still do bookings with him now and again. But yeah, hopefully we could make this happen. So everyone out there, follow Colby Corino on Twitter and then colby.corino. We look forward to seeing you in the ring, and have fun at NWA. That looks like an awesome place as well to work. Do you have any messages for your fans?
I don't know. Let me try this little uplifting thing. When I first got my surgery, the doctors told me that they couldn't tell anyone they loved that they would be able to wrestle again. And I heard that, and I didn't accept that answer. They told me that I was going to be a walker. They told me I was going to be in a wheelchair. And fucking, I remember like I sat in that hospital for like 2 days, and I didn't get out of bed. I didn't eat. I didn't do shit. But then I realized that I was going to have to start working if I had it like to get better if I did it. So I remember like I just started forcing myself to get up out of bed and like literally powering myself up without the nurses around or like anyone knowing. And I would just walk around my room in the hospital just to like try to get my balance back. And I kind of worked the nurse going and getting out of the hospital because I definitely still needed the walker. But they're like, all right, if you can make it through like a square of hallways without falling down, like you can go home today. So you damn right, I practiced hard as fuck for that shit, and I made it through. And then they sent me home with the walker, and I used it for maybe a day, and I just kept like making myself like go through it, not letting myself get stuck, and just trying to push through it. And the last time I went to my neurologist, the head and neck and spine doctor, he took all these scans and X-rays, and he said that my shit's looking beautiful now, and that just a little bit of time, I'll be back in the ring. So keep it up. Like whatever you want to do is fucking possible. You gotta put work into it. It's not just gonna organically just fall in your lap. And I'm sure you know this too. Like everything you choose is through hard work. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it organically fell in my lap because I was putting it out there as well. Not like people do manifestations, which is great, but you have to go ahead and put the work in. You just can't sit there and just.
Don't get me wrong. Like success is a perfect mixture of luck and skill. But if you don't have the skill and the luck drops that in your lap, then you ain't gonna keep that job. You know?
Oh yeah, and if you act out of change or out of pocket, whatever that word is, someone just taught me this term, acting out of change. Is it acting out of pocket, doing shady shit?
Yeah.
It always comes back on you as well. What if people want to buy your merchandise to support you in the meantime?
I got a big cartel. Colby Corino got .bigcartel.com. I put all some merch on there. I got a pro wrestling tees store, prowrestlingtees.com/Colby Corino. But if you really want to help out, it's do the big cartel. Make more money from that.
Okay, so it's bigcartel.com. What else?
ColbyCorino.bigcartel.com.
I gotta do one of those. Colby Corino.
Yeah.
.bigcartel.com.
Like I stock all the merch myself. I make all my t-shirts myself. I have like a t-shirt press in the garage. My wife is an artist, so she makes all my design. Yeah, look at all that. They're killing it. Oh, it's all you.
That's awesome. Well, I hope you do well with it. And, definitely there's a very inspiring message. So I hope to see you sooner than later, and have fun at NWA and WrestleCade.
Thank you. I hope you have a great night.
Yeah, you two have a good evening. Cheers.
Thanks for having me on.
Okay, that was just Colby Corino. I think that's great. I've never met a wrestler who's doing this since he was 14 years old and loving it since you're 12 and living the dream, which is really, that's a big deal, when you get to vivre le rêve. So, that means living the dream in French, and it's a very important thing. And it's true, when you start manifesting things and put energy into it, you don't know what's going to happen. And if it comes to you, sometimes you got to be careful what you wish for, because sometimes these things you keep manifesting over and over. When it's on your doorstep and the reality hits, it's a whole other thing. Trailer Park Cinderella. Yes, let's get a photo when next you're at the gathering or somewhere, maybe at another show. I want to thank all of you for tuning in. It really means a lot. Don't forget to subscribe. I do these every Monday. Then every Wednesday, it's a different guest on Crazy Train podcast with Jasmine St. Clair. And most importantly, have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Be grateful for everything you have. And I put a lot of great energy out there into the world for everyone. See you at the Eagles Club Trailer Park Cinderella. You better take a photo with me. Be kind to one another. Always look out for yourself. And most importantly, stay frosty.